Alright guys, it is Kieran from Red Devil Weekly to give my quick pre-match thoughts ahead of United's game against West Ham. These games are always difficult, they're always tight, they're always tough, especially for Manchester United in recent years. But before we get into it, please do leave your thoughts and predictions ahead of this game in the comment section down below. Really enjoy hearing what you guys have to say, so please leave your thoughts in the comments. But let's get straight into it because we don't have long and I want to whiz through this for you guys and give my thoughts so you can give your thoughts in the comments down below. So West Ham currently sits 6th in the Premier League. 10 wins, 6 draws and 6 losses is their current record. They're only 1 point above us, bizarrely, considering how bad a season we've had, but they have had a very decent season by their standards. Recent form hasn't been great, to be fair, from a West Ham perspective. Obviously knocked out of the FA Cup by Bristol City on a replay. I think they've drawn 4 of their last 5 games, and they're winless in those games, obviously. So they're experiencing a little bit of a dip in form. They've also had a few outgoings this January with Ben Rama and Fornals both leaving. Ben Rama on loan to Lyon and Fornals leaving on a permanent to Real Betis. So they've lost a little bit of that firepower in their squad, particularly going forward. But they find themselves 6th in the table. They're having obviously drawn 1-1 at home to Bournemouth in midweek, with James Ward-Prowse getting a penalty that ultimately saved the point for their side. So their form hasn't been brilliant as of late. However, if you look at their form overall this season, one thing they have been able to do, as they usually do, West Ham, is ruffle feathers away from home against the top 6. A win against Arsenal away from home and a win against Spurs away from home. So 2 really big victories, really real statement victories from a West Ham point of view, showing they can not only do it at home, where they've beaten Chelsea, obviously beaten us already this season, but they can also do it away from home. So they're the sort of team where they get up for these big games, and we know that already. You know, if you look at the results, even in this fixture, the head-to-head between us and West Ham, they're always up for it. It's always a ding-dong battle, and it's very rarely one-sided. The last time we played, as I said, was a 2-0 defeat just before Christmas. I think Kudus and Bowen scored the goals in that one. So yeah, it's always a close game. It's always been difficult for us. Even when we have won, it's been maybe 1-2-0. So this one's going to be no different, especially with the way we're playing and the unpredictable nature of our season so far. But yeah, West Ham are going to be a handful. Kudus, I think, is their main threat. He's someone who's having a great season since coming in from Ajax. One of those players which, to be honest with you, I wish Ten Hag had picked up on. You know, we got Anthony and, Melisandre Martinez and Anana, but I really wish that we had gone for Kudus because he looks a hell of a player. And I'm sure he'll be looking to score yet another goal against us, just like he did before Christmas. But yeah, obviously Bowen as well. They're a decent side. They're a very decent side. And again, a side that loves playing against us and loves making us look stupid. And I'm sure they're going to be out to do that again, especially having seen the way we played against Wolves, which was good in parts, but very unpredictable, very erratic, especially in the defensive department. But let's talk a bit about that Wolves game and how subsequently we're probably going to line up for this one, how we're going to come into this game. A 4-3 win, ManUnitedMax getting the goal in that one. I don't even know what to say. What a game of football, first and foremost, but the fact we got the win was brilliant. We needed that win, but the manner of it was a little bit disappointing. Having been 3-1 up and 2-0 up in the game, we then end up kind of 3-3 in the last minute and needing a miracle, really, from an 18-year-old to win us the game. If we play like that against West Ham, especially how we play in that second half and we start sitting off and not sparing our chances, West Ham will punish us, because West Ham are a better side in front of goal than Wolves are. So we've got to be on the case. In terms of the lineup, having kind of read what Ten Hag said in the post-match to that game, I don't think he's had a kind of pre-match press conference, as it were. I think that post-match has become the pre-match press conference. And he said that pretty well everyone's still fit. The one player that was a bit of a worry was Martinez. We saw him getting heavily strapped after he came off. I think he's okay. I think Ten Hag mentioned that it was just a precaution. It was a bit of even tactical in terms of we needed more height, I think he said. So, yeah, I think Martinez should be okay. And that's why I would probably go with an unchanged team going into this game. Ultimately, in that first half, we should have blown Wolves away, should have been 3 or 4 up. We just didn't take our chances. So I think that's our best lineup, really. If you don't know, obviously, maybe you're a West Ham fan, maybe just a football fan in general, and didn't watch the Wolves game, we went with Onana in goal, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, and Luke Shaw, ManUnitedMax, Casemiro, Fernandes in midfield, with Garnacho, Rashford, and Højlund as the front three. So that was our lineup, and that's what I think we're going to go with again. I don't think we're going to see any changes. And my score prediction going into this game, it's always a tight game. Whenever we win, it always seems to be by maybe one goal. It's such a difficult game to call, especially with how that Wolves game went. I think if we'd won that game comfortably, I would have also put us in for a fairly straightforward W in this one as well. But ultimately, you can't really say that with Manchester United this season. We're so unpredictable. So, with that in mind, I think with the football that I've seen us play and that we're capable of, I think we can win this game. And I'm going to say 2-1. I think it's going to be another one of those tight games, arse-clenching games, but we're going to get it done. 2-1 win. Fernandes and Højlund with the goals. Let me know your predictions and thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you do feel like it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support. Get your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.